Hey, you want to know her name? Come on, man. Come on. Should I owe you one? All right, man. I'll tell you. Yeah. I heard your name was Margarita. Yeah. I said, okay. Can I get 2 drinks? Really, it was nice to meet you. Really nice to meet you. The way I rap about you, you might as well be a feature. I don't even want to hear about it. Blood coming from the wall, fountain. Your motivation goes over the mountain. I just want to say, baby, can I get an ounce of? Can I get an ounce of you? Show me a few things, cool as a hot tank. I don't mean to impress you. Said you a fan to a man thinking he can conquer you. Heard you in Aries, but I don't wanna take you off course. Feeling shaky cause I know you off horse. Plane tickets, yeah, I know you can afford. Anything more, I know I can absorb. Yeah, I can treat you right. I'm on the north side eating sandwiches with Jersey Mate. Baby girl, you know that honey maple keep me high. ATL to LA, that's the red eye. And I can get you right. Take classes with me so I can show you the pipe. It's only plumbing, baby, yeah, that's your favorite trade. Registration ends soon. What was your name? I said, okay, can I get 2 drinks? Really, it was nice to meet you. The way I rap about you, you might as well be a feature. I don't wanna hear about it. Blood's coming out the fountain. Your motivation goes over the mountain. I just wanna say, baby, can I get an ounce of? Can I get an ounce of you?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Toasted Talk, powered by the Boyd's Bar. My name is Eric Boyd, and with me today, as always, Mr. Takeoff T himself, Tony O'Neal.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all, Toasted Talk is a podcast for all the hardworking members of the service and hospitality community. This is a safe haven for us to come and talk about all the bullshit we go through on shift each and every day. And y'all know, season 2, we got a guest every week. Right now, introducing from Birmingham, England, my man Jiggy Mate.
Jiggy Mate.
Jiggy Mate, how you doing, guys?
What's going on, big bro?
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Hey, man, thank you. Oh, man. Tone, you got your fun fact of the week?
Bro, my fun. You know what? I'm gonna wait
You
because
want to save it?
yeah, let's do this. Let's do this toast first.
Okay.
Let's do this toast
Well, let's
first.
get down to it.
All right,
Hell
y'all. So
yeah.
y'all know at Toasted Talk, we don't start no shift without a shot. All right, cheers to us, cheers to y'all.
Yeah, cheers.
Cilantro.
Yeah.
Cilantro.
So, Jiggy,
Yeah, mate.
y'all can already tell from the accent.
Yep.
We gotta ask. I know I said Birmingham, England, but okay. So give me a backstory. We were talking off air. Give me, you know what I'm saying, that whole thing
Yeah, mate. So I was actually born in Connecticut,
in Connecticut. Okay.
in Glastonbury, just a bit north of Hartford. And then at age 2, I moved to Birmingham, Wolverhampton, just outside of Birmingham, rather.
Okay.
And then I lived there until, moving around different areas of the location, just until about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, almost 4 years and maybe 2 months, I moved to America. Yeah, I moved to Massachusetts, so I went from England to New England,
You're right.
and then
Fuck the Patriots.
It's a joke in there somewhere.
Hey,
There it goes.
Fuck
There
the
it goes. You found it. You
Patriots,
found
bro.
it.
Fuck them all. Sorry, Scoop. Sorry.
oh, Scuba big.
She's a Patriot. Well, she's really in love with Tom Brady, but she stuck with her Patriots even though
Yeah,
he
good on
left.
Oh, she didn't jump ship?
Nah, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
Nah, but you know Wilsey is a Tampa Bay fan. So
Yeah, so you're still double annoyed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm getting Tom Brady more than you want.
he's pissing me off every.
And then
chance
about
he
a
gets.
year and a few years rather, you know how I keep saying 1 year, but now all of a sudden it's been almost 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I've been in Houston for quite a bit now, but yeah.
Okay.
And,
So what brought you down to Houston?
So I'm a private pilot.
Shit.
I'm trying to go all the way though, trying to be a commercial pilot. So Texas has just a wider variety of cheaper classes, more space to work with, and more consistent weather. Believe it or not.
Okay.
And
Well, I mean, it's consistent. It's hot as hell.
Consistently rubbish. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It's because there's only 2 fucking seasons. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. There's 3 seasons.
What are those seasons?
Spring,
Yeah.
summer,
In
And
hell.
lightning.
and hell. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly
And don't
it.
forget about hurricane season. We definitely got that.
No, that's part of hell.
That's part of it. Oh,
Yes.
okay,
That's
gotcha.
fine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Think about Harvey. It was like in the middle of the summer.
Bro, Side note, real quick. Do you know they have like a legitimate like movie on Harvey now?
What?
And guess what platform
Like a box
it's on?
office.
No, not at box office.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on Tubi.
Oh.
For fuck's sake, like. But no, anyway, all right, cool. So back to you, Gabe.
Nope, that's Jiggy.
I'm sorry, Jiggy. My bad, bro.
He's still in last week.
My
Yeah,
apologies.
2 white people on the show and you just lose your mind.
God damn it. Gotta have more,
Shout out, Gabe.
Gotta have, yeah, shout out, Gabe. Man.
Gabe.
Gotta have more white people.
No hobo salads. No hobo salads.
Yeah.
But okay, Jiggy. So you already know this show is dedicated to the industry,
Absolutely.
service and hospitality industry. So I asked you if you had worked in the industry when you were in England, and give me what that was like.
I did, yeah. I worked at Tony would love this. I worked at a restaurant called Slancha,
Yeah.
which is it was so the idea behind it, what they're going for was an Irish sort, not theme, but Irish sort of culinary, and so all the dishes were predominantly Irish, as was the owner.
Okay.
Over in I don't know if it's like this. It definitely wasn't this way at the restaurant we were working at, but.
Good catch. Good catch.
I'm only one in, baby. But the head chef is usually the owner back over in Europe.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it was his idea, it was his creation, so he was also the head chef as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's such a different sort of pace when it's your name on every dish.
Of course.
Everything's just that little bit much extra, and he took it very seriously. John Gothier, shout out John Gothier. He was, and I'll make sure to show this to him. He taught me everything I know about work ethic and how to be a strong employee.
Okay, I got you. So before I get into the cultural differences between the industry over there and the industry over here, I would like you to elaborate a little bit more on that. Like what did he go into what he taught you about the industry and everything like that? And the work ethic it takes.
Yeah, of course. We sort of, so with Tony, he and I had the same job, and people would sort of show up 20 minutes late and be welcomed by management. Over in Europe, if you're 2 minutes, every minute you were late was $1, a pound off of your paycheck for the shift. And actually, he would get to the point where if he was tired of it, every minute you were late was an hour you had to stay late.
No shit.
Yeah. So just a massive difference coming into a different area.
It's more professional.
It's a bit more professional, I would say, but not to say that you're going to find people with great work ethic gesturing towards Tony, and you're going to have people with just an absolute rubbish work ethic.
Yeah.
And there are pros and cons. I'd like to go over them. But,
talk to me.
There's really not sort of a tipping culture over in Europe. There is.
So glad you're touching Paul's.
Yeah, that's because that was going to be one of my questions. That was definitely one of my questions.
So if I may get ahead of the game, so there's not really a tipping culture. There is a bit of a tipping culture where you're going to have for every £100 you spend, you can give maybe up to a tenner if they did a really great job. A tenner, a fiver is pretty much normal there, and a fiver almost for anything. So. What that does.
So a fiver and tenner, £5, £10.
So £5 exactly, £5, £10. And so what that does is you're not as motivated to be as attentive, are you? And so that's why it comes up usually towards to the owner, and he's the one that sort of.
So if I can interject here real quick,
By all means.
so since you say it's not a tipping culture, what is the equivalent wage that you all get paid versus what we get paid over here? So y'all got paid a living wage.
Yep.
Just off the rip.
Yep.
No tipping involved. So equate that living wage to something that would be comparable over here.
Yeah. So just a bit of a difference from what you say, but yeah. So just to riff off of that, we do understand that there is a living wage, right? Minimum wage, and just so can we all agree, minimum wage is not living wage.
No,
not at all.
No,
Not at all.
That's why I said living wage. I didn't say minimum wage. Living wage.
So we all are very appreciative of our job, and you get into a very nice place like Slancha, and you want to be there. You want to work there, and you don't want to work there for minimum wage. I can get minimum wage anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
By definition, I can get minimum wage anywhere. So minimum wage over there is £8.50, which is rubbish. That's about $10 an hour. You can't do anything.
And our minimum wage is $7.25.
And there you go. Is it really what it is?
Yeah, $7.25.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's not livable at all. You
At
can't
all.
even.
This is America.
You gotta have like 3 jobs
Buy
in
something
a
like
side hustle just to make it in America.
Nah,
at
man,
this point.
you gotta have a job, a girlfriend, a wife, a side hustle.
Kids.
You got a pimp.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I guess
Shit. If you have kids in America, you might as well start selling drugs. I got 2. Trust me. I ain't selling drugs yet.
Shut up. Back to you,
anymore.
G.
Yeah.
Those days are. I would say distant future, but then I mean distant past, but then I would just.
They for damn sure better be distant
Lie.
past.
I
I'm
would
waiting
be
for him to
lying.
hit the button that gets it to the commercial.
Yeah, right. commercial, go now.
Yeah, but they understand that £8.50 is not a livable wage. No, so they want to be competitive. They actually compete over each other to get your work and to get your loyalty. There's a reason, you know what I mean? Like, so if you're going to pay me minimum wage, why would I work hard? Especially if there's no tipping culture.
Of course.
So they're like, okay, you work for us, you give us your all. How about we give you double minimum wage, 15? And so 16, 17. I was getting £16.50.
£16.50. So over here, that would be roughly what, like
$20.
$20 an hour.
And then you're getting tips on top of it. Not the tips that we're getting, but you get tips on top of it. Yeah,
Of course.
gratuity, of course.
Yeah, and that allowed you to live a very comfortable life.
Very comfortable, life, but in an apartment by myself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what's up, man. Okay, so let me see. What else do we have from Mr. Jiggy?
So as Jiggy actually knows, because like, first of all, to viewers that don't know, I'm a history buff. Like, I love history. Like, that was literally probably the only subject in school where I always got an A.
And he almost, just so you know, knows more about British history than I do.
So we were talking about.
He is a history nerd.
We were talking about, like, one day at work, we were talking about the Queen. Actually, it was.
God bless her.
Which Jubilee is it?
The British Jubilee.
That she just passed?
Yeah, it's always the week before her birthday.
No, when she got coronated. So she's been in the history of all monarchies.
Yeah.
She is in second place, like as long as she's longevity at running, being the head monarch.
Who's first?
Louis the something like that.
Is she far off?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
If she makes it to 2024, she'll be the longest monarch ever.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Y'all gonna keep her alive.
He's French. He's not even.
Yeah.
But we always make the joke. I mean, the song is "God Save the Queen." But it worked almost too much.
Right.
But it's just that whole entire family. It cracks me up because it's like, y'all do know, like, England is run by a whole bunch of Germans. Just
Is it really?
They literally changed their name during World War I from a very German last name, can't remember what it is, to Windsor, which is a very English name.
You told me this.
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. When I tell you, if you like really look into the Windsor family and the drama, it is like one of those Tyler Perry black soap operas.
Oh my god!
Like, I swear to God, they should be black people in America. Like,
have you ever seen a Tyler Perry
I was
movie?
going to say I can't speak too heavily on this.
Have you ever seen a Tyler Perry movie?
I've seen.
Don't.
Boo.
yeah, don't watch the television shows. I'm sorry, like, Tyler Perry. I respect everything that he's done. I respect that he has a studio, but it's some of the worst acting, and I was a theater major, that I've ever seen in my
I
life.
do believe he has a B in front of his name, though. Billion.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Most definitely.
Yeah, he's a
Most
billionaire.
definitely.
He just got there. Very, very recently.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, that was a while ago.
No, he just very recently got to billion. When he opened
And
that
LeBron
studio.
James as well, shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out,
Bronny.
Shout out, Bron.
Yeah.
Good on him. I mean,
That's my boy, man. He don't like Bron. I like Bron.
I don't like him because I don't. The debate has caused so much issues.
I like his off the clock work more than his.
That is what I love. His studio is amazing. Like, I mean, his production company is amazing.
Yeah, Spring Hill.
Maverick Carter, like, fucking geniuses. But
Yo, Spring Hill, if y'all need a podcast just often, you know what I'm saying, just, reach out to you, boy.
shoot your shot, bro. I respect that.
Hey,
Shoot
man,
your
I'm
shot,
just
bro.
saying,
I respect
you
it.
never know what can come to fruition.
You never know who's watching or listening.
Absolutely.
Big brother, I meant you. I didn't really mean Maverick Carter. I meant you. I know y'all listen to me. I was just joking about selling drugs. I promise you.
Anyway.
I won't sell any drugs.
So if I can get back to the industry for a second. So is there a difference that you can see between the way that clientele treat us as servers and bartenders in England versus the way they treat us over here? Or do they still drag us and just treat us like trash?
It's a bit different. I would say even your more rude customers, they'll talk down to you, but not scream down at you.
Uh-huh.
You don't really get any of that, and so. But I would say they're a bit more mild mannered in England. Not to say anything, but there are just a few examples from the restaurant Tony and I are affiliated with that no longer, but people throwing things, spitting at you, like just these kind of things that.
I know ain't nobody spit at you.
No one.
Boy, what? I'm not in jail, so
Right.
you know nobody spit at me. Jiggy, no. So we did talk about it on the show.
We talked about it last week, and can we just knock that out real quick before? Because I knew we were going to say it eventually.
Yeah, sure.
So, as mentioned on the last episode, I actually listened to this on the car ride down.
Two episodes ago. That was 2 episodes.
The episode is called A Side of Fries, guys.
Side of Fries.
Yes.
A Side of Fries. You guys
Check
go
it out.
check that out. Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Good.
So on the episode Side of Fries, there was one of our former managers, and we were talking about this one incident where there was it was Ramadan, the holiest month in the Islamic calendar, and
you and Tony are Muslim.
And Tony and I are both Muslim. Yeah, that's quite right. And we both reverted. And anyway, long story longer, Tony was denied his meal.
I like that. That was kind of fly. Long story
That was
longer.
dope. That was dope.
We always say that. Yeah.
I'm stealing that. I'm just telling you.
For
right
sure, bro.
And it did, I lost a bit of sleep over the fact that I didn't walk out with him. Sort of in the spirit of not any sort of brotherhood and sort of relationship or friendship, but being, Muslim brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
I lost a bit of, it took me a couple of nights to get back to it. That, I didn't walk out with him in solidarity that he was denied his holiest meal of the day. And, jump in here then. Tony, what?
I mean, it was like, so I remember all the emotion that I had that night. Because trust and belief, because like the most insulting part was when, like, after going back and forth, I had already decided I was through with him with that situation because it had happened more than one time. He slides me, because you have to have a slip from a manager to order food.
Yeah.
So he slides me this slip, and I look at the slip. Hold on, because I'm not even on the screen right now. I look at the slip, then I look at him, and I just toss that shit off, slap that shit off the thing. So Jiggy texts me, like, I want to say like a couple of days later, because I pigged out after. I went out with like all of the coworkers that were either off or just getting off.
Yeah.
So he texts me a couple of days later, and he's like, "Damn, like, bro, like I feel bad. Like, I should have walked out with you." And I'm like, "Man, nah."
You guys were on shift together?
Yeah,
We're on shift
he
together.
he was the one that went back to the office and got Gabe and was like, "Hey, look, I'm pretty sure like Tony's about to rip this dude's head
did
off."
say that.
And this
You
is
did
not
say
the
that,
first
yeah.
time he did that. Like he did it before when the first time he did it was I had a table that it was graded and but it was kids eat free. So he needed to take the grat off to discount the kids eat free.
And sorry to
didn't put
interject,
it
but
back on.
And he
didn't-
never
didn't-
put the grat
he didn't
back
have
on.
to- he didn't have to take it off. He assumed he had to take it off, but the sort of the way it works is when you take off discounts, that's different from an autograt.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to take it off. He was, for lack of better words, incompetent.
Yeah.
And he thought he had to take the autograt off, then didn't add it back on. Tony, of course, hands out and all the receipts to everyone, and they all pay it, thinking, and they ask him like, "It's already included." He's like, "Of course it is."
Yeah.
But not knowing that it wasn't, and
he got fucked
that
up
giant party was his entire night. I mean, he lost 1/3 of his entire nightly.
It was like a $200
and didn't get an apology. That was
yeah,
that was the
it.
coup de grace.
Yeah, it definitely was. You're right. You're right.
Incompetence. It's funny that you say that because that is the first thing that comes to my mind. Because we've talked about this situation a few times, and honestly, I'm not tired of talking about it just because I feel like it's important. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the show when he brought you up as a guest is because of, number one, the incompetent ass fucking managers, and then number two, you know what I'm saying, a religion that is important to you guys, you know, and like I said, at
everything
constantly, the more and more I hear about this guy, I'm like, yeah, incompetent. That's what I get from him.
So here was my favorite Jiggy moment.
Okay.
So it's literally the first day of Ramadan. The first day, bro. And
first day proper, because it starts
yeah.
at sunset. So the first day proper.
So I want to say I had been there. I think I came in at like 12 or something, and Jiggy came in like right after me. So we're going through it at this point, bro.
Hungry as hell.
Bro, we were going through it. So, and Gabe was our manager that night, and he was so bummed. That's why, when I was talking to Gabe, I was like, bro, I liked you more and more the later that, we were working together.
Yeah.
So we go, we go to Gabe and like, hey, bro, can we go break fast? We gotta go pray so we could break fast. And he's like, yeah, of course. Yeah, you met Gabe, so he was just hyping shit I'm so excited. Yes, go do that.
For something he's never heard of before.
He had no idea, and he was so intrigued.
And he's
by
so
it.
happy for you.
He thought it was so awesome, and I thought it was awesome because I had never been in that experience before, where I had someone at work with me.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I was gonna say for you
likewise,
as well.
Likewise.
Yeah.
And him, Scooby, and I, we had a group chat,
helping empower each other.
Yeah, we all downloaded the same app and everything. So it was really cool. But so we pray. We get up, bro. We were so gassed that we made it through the day because you don't understand how difficult it is to walk around food all day and
watch people eat 3 square meals before you have one.
Oh my god! And everybody because they did you can eat in order of when you came in. So we're literally watching people who came in at 5 o'clock.
And we have no choice but to pass the right of eating to them.
You good. I'm like, yo, embracing brotherhood,
I do believe there's some tears involved as well.
Yeah, embracing brotherhood. It was bro, it was something that we did together, pause. But it was just such an accomplishment, and it felt so good to have all right, that's my bro. We were there. When Jiggy started, I was skeptical because I was only the second male to ever be a server at that establishment.
Wow.
And in the front of the house.
In front of the house.
Yeah.
So literally, the first one, my man's he had to go sit down for a little bit.
Yeah.
So then Jiggy came.
Tag I met, yeah.
So then Jiggy came in, and then the first day I met him, he started talking, and I was like, oh, fuck, he's about to take all my fucking money, bro. And they're like, why? I was like, look, I've worked, because my cousin, my big cousin told me when I first moved out here, when my big cousin told me, and he's like my brother, shout out to Wilsey, because he, so he told me, he was like, yo, when you go down south, bro, be careful. Because he had lived in Atlanta for a while. We from Jersey, East Coast. He was like, yo, the females, they gonna fuck with you because you're something different. You talk different. Everything is different about you. They gon', and it was true. Mm-hmm. So I already knew what it was. I was like, and Wilsey wasn't lying, because he was like, the females gonna love you, the niggas gonna hate you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you catching too much attention. And that was the Jiggy thing. I'm like, fuck. Yep. He's gonna take all of my money. At this point, I was the only guy there for about 2 or 3 weeks. I was actually kind of caught between a rock and a hard place because it was like, damn, please, because all of these hormones are driving me nuts. I need somebody who's not PMSing 24 hours.
Not to cut you off, but the funniest part is that the biggest slap in the face, I forced Tony to hand me the application that I signed my name on. But
I'm like, fuck this, bro.
Look, he got quiet. He was like,
but you know what? The best part about it is it's truly, and this will show you how good, like how established and well versed servers we were. Before Jiggy got there, I had a couple of regulars. Mm-hmm. While Jiggy and I were working there together, if I wasn't there, they wanted to have Jiggy there.
Are you talking about All Love and All Mate?
Them and the other family. It's the husband. He's bald. He wears glasses. Yep. The daughter has short hair.
Yeah. I got it. So both those two.
Yeah,
of course.
So if I'm not there, Jiggy. And I'm sure it was still to that point after I left where it was like, all right, well, no, he's gone. So, Jiggy, there we go. We want him.
That's usually how it is. A lot of times when you have regulars at restaurants, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, okay, this is who we want, but if they're not here, then we also fuck with. If we can't get Tone, we want Jiggy. If we can't get Jiggy, we want Tone, type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because you need two. We're gonna have a day off at some point.
Of course, absolutely.
Barely.
Barely.
You were
Barely.
both 6 days a week, weren't you?
For sure. We were talking about, actually, I want to say maybe last week or the week before last, about the whole Tuesday situation. So we had made this agreement that Jiggy had needed off this day. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I'll take it, but I gotta be out of here.
Oh, yeah.
By a certain time.
Did you guys talk about that?
Yeah, we talked about it. And I was promised it. Like, so it wasn't his fault, and I really felt shitty about it. Yeah. Like, I'm like, damn, like, dude really had to come in, and when he walked in the door, I'm like, yo, he about 2-3 drinks in. Oh, yeah. He feeling himself right now. He gonna make some money. He's gonna make some
anyway. We don't start no shift without a shot.
Speaking of shot, can I get
on camera, off camera?
Absolutely.
Is it time?
Yeah. Shot o'clock?
Hell yeah. Thank you. But yeah, so actually, Jiggy, to be completely honest with you, we had we've talked about this place that we both actually worked there before, and it was an English pub, and our GM at this English pub was English. Mm-hmm. Coolest dude fucking ever. He actually sold me my car.
Colin, I'm mad at you, man. Yeah. We need to have you on the show.
We wanted to have y'all both on here together just because it was kind of like just cool to have y'all.
I don't want to give you guys a repeat episode, but if at some point, Colin, if we can get on the same show.
Man, fuck
yeah. Fuck yeah.
On the same episode.
Last week we had somebody sitting right next to me over here.
Hell yeah.
If we could riff together, I'd love to have Colin together.
Fucking right.
And actually, Colin, I just bought the car from Colin. And Jiggy had just gotten hired.
Yeah.
And all the females hated him when he first, because of the cultural difference. And then I was just like, nah, he's not really that bad. Like,
I figured
he was
bitches
like,
be throwing their draws at you.
No, because he kept saying cunt, prick, and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, but that's how they talk over there. I was like, you know me, I say nigga, 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 nigga. I use it like a fucking comma.
And Jiggy doesn't, by the way.
He doesn't. So,
cheers.
Is that what we're doing it to?
Cilantro to that one.
To knowing what you can say and
knowing
what
you can't say.
I'll stick to cunt.
So they all hate him, and they thought he was conceited. I give him a little bit of that.
I am.
But
you're not conceited. You have
when
taste.
you know your shit, you know your shit. And that's what I really respected about him. Like, man, he just knows his shit. So like, but he would say smart shit, and I'd be fucking because there's this table 65, table 60. It's a booth, and we all sit at booth 65.
Which, by the way, we would never have in England.
Anywhere? No, that's not even done anywhere else in America, bro.
To have the idea that you can have a booth where you sit down, right, the very first booth that people see when you walk in, and it's okay to have the entire staff sitting down, having a chinwag, doing fuck all. Go on, Tony.
It boggles
Boggles my mind.
So he been in there. He went in there and he was like, "Damn, y'all
Swag.
got it smooth. Y'all just sitting down, chilling." When I was working at Saltgrass, When I was working at Saltgrass, it was the same thing. Like, the fuck?
That is
Y'all
not
motherfuckers just sitting down. Like, the fuck
That's
is this?
not a thing. Some of the restaurants I worked at, like I'm talking about the more recent restaurants that I worked at, that is not a thing.
Okay,
they wish
yeah.
the fuck you would. Sit down. What? You don't get your motherfucking ass up?
Never mind that you got time to lean. I've heard that cliche 1,000 times.
You lean, you got time to clean.
Yeah.
Bro.
But
I hate that shit.
you know what my favorite part was though, and I'll tell you this, is that they managed the incompetence. So it'd be like, oh yeah, you guys can all sit down for 45 minutes doing absolutely fuck all right next to the door. But then they would say like, but you can't text. Like there's some sort of like,
Or if somebody's sitting down eating, but you could not eat at that booth.
there's another booth.
There's another booth that you can eat at, but if somebody is sitting down eating and you're not, it's not your time to eat as well, you can't sit down at that booth with them. But you can go back over there to the other booth where you can sit at.
So there's one booth for doing fuck all and one booth for eating and fuck all.
One booth for eating by yourself that nobody can be around. But
Yeah,
Unless
other
they're
booth-
eating.
Unless there's another one eating.
Unless there's another one eating, and then another booth. All right, cool. We don't give a fuck what you doing.
Yep.
Except for texting. Or yeah.
This sounds glorious.
Same thing. They would say like,
I'm being sarcastic.
and if there's only one of you, you've got to be facing the door. That way, like just in case someone walks in,
Because you have to greet them at the door and you have to stand up, not just saying hi, which I got, like,
That
but
is
this is
fine.
like he said, the fuck all booth. Like, the fuck, I ain't talking to nobody. That's why I always have my back to the door. I'm like, I ain't saying shit to nobody in here. They be like, hi, welcome in. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
You always got to have a friendly face at the door, Tony.
We had the one friendly face, and she was always upset all the time.
yeah.
Because she's been there for fucking forever. When I was working at Sawgrass and I was a customer there, she left. And I told her all the places that she could go and she would make ridiculous money. By the time I started working there, she was right the fuck back in there. Like,
Wow. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever been, this just literally popped in my mind. Have you ever been to Norway?
Norway.
Yeah.
Not for more than I've been there for 2 nights consecutively, but just on a layover.
Okay. Just on so did you at least get a chance to go out into the city?
I
and
got
see
to walk
the-
around a bit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I've also been to Norway one time. I used to work offshore.
Yeah. Which part of Norway?
Oslo.
Okay, it's the capital. Yeah.
Okay. So I was there for one night as well. We got in a day early. We got to go out, enjoy the city, and then the next morning we had to go to the dock to get on the boat, right? Excuse me. So Norway is okay, bro. I never saw an ugly woman when I was in Norway. This is just a theory that I have, dude, and I've been waiting to talk to somebody.
no,
it's just like, bro.
it was the face that he just made. If you would have been there a couple of more days, I
Dude,
promise.
I'm talking about walking down the street, the bartender, the clerk at the front desk,
Cab driver.
the fucking cab driver. I never not once saw an ugly woman in Norway, and I'm just looking for somebody else to verify this shit.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're into the blue-eyed blonde hair.
I mean, which I'm not. Well, that's just another story for another day. But I'm just saying, like, something that was hard, pause, on the eyes. I did not see a single woman that was hard on the eyes.
I would have to agree. Yeah. Scandinavian women, they know how to do it.
I don't know. That just popped in my head because the whole Europe connection. I was just kind of like, you know what? Let me ask him real quick.
Stuck with my sister.
Tony, if at some point, and I don't want to force conversation here, but
What's up?
If at some point we could talk about dating in the work environment, dating in the...
Oh yeah, that was like one of our first episodes.
Yeah,
that was right.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, man. It don't
Yeah, go ahead. Shit.
The only reason I bring it up is...
Oh, but before we do that, we do have to pay some bills.
I was about to ask if you want to do that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get these bills paid so we can come back and talk some major shit for y'all. All right, so first sponsor is Teach Me How to Cocktail. Teach Me How to Cocktail is a full-service cocktail course teaching the average home entertainer to be a skilled drink aficionado. Taking a Teach Me How to Cocktail course is the equivalent of taking a cooking class or a painting class, except with booze. You're going to come in, we're going to teach you how to make all the drinks, and you're going to enjoy them right then and there. Second sponsor is The Boyd's Bar. The Boyd's Bar is the most elegant way for you to celebrate any special occasion, birthday, anniversary, corporate event, team building exercise, does not matter. You guys check out these ads. We'll be back in a few, all right? The industry really bit me in 2016 when I was introduced to the world of craft cocktails. Craft cocktails are all about fresh ingredients. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Eric Boyd, owner and operator of The Boyd's Bar. Here to tell you about our newest concept to the brand, Teach Me How to Cocktail. Before we get there, let me give you a little bit of background on me. So I went to a painting with a twist class one day, and it really inspired me to create Teach Me How to Cocktail. So I walk into this painting class, and it just amazed me how this artist broke down a painting and taught it to others. And that inspired me to do the same thing, but with cocktails. Teach Me How to Cocktail is a full-service cocktail course teaching the average home entertainer to be a skilled drink aficionado. You're gonna come in, everything's gonna be laid out for you to make 3 classic cocktails, step by step, and you get to enjoy them right then and there. Eric, where can we take this class? Probably where you are right now, because I bring everything to you, the bar, the equipment, the booze, every single thing I bring to you and teach you how to make amazing cocktails. Where else are you gonna go to learn how to make amazing drinks, have an awesome date night, special occasions, birthdays, corporate events, team building exercises? All of these are perfect for a Teach Me How to Cocktail course. I guarantee you have never been to an event like this. How do you book a Teach Me How to Cocktail course? It's very, very easy. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at The Boyd's Bar, or email me directly at theboydsbar@gmail.com. Allow me to bring the bar home.
Come on, man. Come on. Shit, I owe you one. All right, man. I'll tell you. Yeah.
I heard your name was Margarita.
Yeah.
I said, okay, can I get 2 drinks? Really, it was nice to meet you.
Really nice to meet you.
The way I rap about you, you might as well be a feature. I don't even want to hear about it. Blood coming from the wall, fountain. Your motivation goes over the mountain. I just want to say, baby, can I get an ounce of? Can I get an ounce of you? Show me a few things, cool as a hot tank. I don't mean to impress you. Said you a fan to a man thinking he can conquer you. Heard you in Aries, but I don't wanna take you off course. Feeling shaky cause I know you off horse. Plane tickets, yeah, I know you can afford. Anything more, I know I can absorb.
Yeah.
I can treat you right. I'm on the north side eating sandwiches with Jersey Mike.
Yo, welcome back to Toasted Talk, man. I told y'all every single time these commercial breaks, we be acting a goddamn fool.
Fuck. I gotta settle myself back down after that one.
Yeah, man.
Got her. Damn it.
Over here looking at prime real estate. No disrespect.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh shit, bro! Did y'all see the verses? Okay, so you know what verses is, right?
No.
Okay, so this shit started during the pandemic. So what they do is they take 2 established artists and they stream a concert.
Old artists that aren't current. Like,
Okay, yeah. So
And then
has-beens.
Stream them during doing their hits and they're going up against one another, right? So in the past, there have been some phenomenal verses. And
Some
there's
rubbish, but
there's also been some extremely shitty verses, right? Last night, well, no, it was a couple nights ago,
Yeah.
right? So you had
Bro, it was the worst.
fucking Amarion, who used to be a part of
no. You got to do the undercard first.
Who was the undercard?
The undercard was.
Was this the
it's
Ray J
like a proper battle. It's like,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. there's an
So the
undercard and everything.
undercard was.
I'd actually pay to see this.
You don't have to. It's on Instagram for free.
Well, there you go.
The undercard was Ray J,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And who did
Yo,
he
Ray
have?
J was one of the most entertaining parts of it.
It was the worst. So he held his baby the whole time.
Did you guys? And I hate to be the one to bring this up, but did you see that Ray J For the Love of Ray J?
Yeah.
What, the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I seen that bullshit.
Garbage.
Lord have Ray J.
Flavor of Love was better.
Flavor of Love.
It was more entertaining.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I mean, Flavor Flav is just a bit more entertaining.
Of
It's
course.
just
'Cause he's
ratchetness across the board.
I was just hoping he
He's
kept
a
the clocks when I
cokehead.
watched that show. And he did.
He's a cokehead.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing those clocks right now.
Watching anybody on cocaine is always hilarious. But anyway, so it was Ray
Me
J.
included.
Not your words, sir. Your
My
words. It was Ray J, Pleasure P,
No, not Pleasure P.
Sammy.
Wow.
So the undercard, the best
I didn't
voice.
even know this part of it.
Yeah.
The undercard, the best voice was Sammy. So every time, the funniest part was every time Ray J was about to go sing, everybody on the opposing side would be like, "If I had one wish."
Yo, this
So they was singing the nigga song for him. So he's singing it, and then they start singing it together. And so he get mad, like, "Yo, I'm trying to do my song, and y'all keep singing and everything." Then he apologizes for how horrible he sounded because he was holding his son the whole time, talking about some, "Yeah, I missed a couple of notes." A couple.
This
Anyway.
was the pettiest affair I've
Oh my
ever
God.
seen in my fucking life,
Just
dude.
absolutely
So
bad.
everybody's
Oh my God,
dragging
bro.
Ray J because of how bad he is. This motherfucker, if I had $1,000,000, if I had... terrible. And then fucking Omarion and fucking Mario goes up. Mario trolled the shit out of Omarion the entire fucking time, bro. I'm talking about B2K jokes. I'm talking about that fucking dance that the nigga did.
He said you need to stop dancing and start singing to these ladies. And then Jeremiah came up and started singing, and Mario was like, "Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't." Because Mario is
fucking travesty.
a real
Possible.
true talent.
Yeah.
This is somebody who can sing. Like he can sing. Omarion brought Tank on, and even Tank had to give Mario his flowers. Like, damn, that boy good. That boy good.
He was that nice.
He was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
And saved the show.
Phenomenal.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't say he saved the show because all of the coonery that went on was fucking hilarious.
I'm fucking dead.
It was just like that one. That one was good because of all the coonery. The D Block and Dipset.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Niggas acting like niggas.
Yes.
But the D Block and Dipset one, you're in a safe place.
You're in the same.
Don't feel that safe, okay? No, you're not that safe.
I thought this was the hot seat.
But
Not that.
the D Block and
Round of you
Dipset
would.
one, the D Block and Dipset one was the best verses of all. But
Yeah, that was
my
really
squad
Jam.
came
One more
through.
time, the Diplock and who?
Dipset,
And Dipset, yeah.
The Diplock and who?
Is that Joel Santana?
Jewels, yeah,
He's
and
part of,
Cameron, Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Dipset. Yeah.
That wasn't him. That was me. I did that myself.
I know. I saw you. There's a camera on you.
Okay, so.
But no, I do have a couple of questions.
Oh no, go for it.
So Jiggy Mate.
Yeah, man.
I think that name is so fly, bro. I love
It is.
Jiggy
Jiggy or Jiggy Mate?
Just Jiggy Mate. Especially
So-
in that accent, which is probably horrible.
No,
I
it's
apologize.
alright.
So if you don't mind, can I say like your first name government, if you don't mind?
Sure.
So his name is Jacob.
That's true.
Okay.
So this is what he told me, and this is when I was like, all right, this guy's kind of fly. He was like, yo, everywhere you go, there's always somebody named Jacob, Jake, or whatever. So I go by Jiggy. So they kept calling him Jacob and kept writing on our seating chart, Jacob. So, and I was like, so you just go by Jiggy? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, all right. So one day that we worked together, I went to the host stand, I erased Jacob, and I put Jiggy. I went to the seating chart behind, I
The
erased
line,
Jacob,
yeah.
and I wrote Jiggy. And then I continued to tell everybody, yo, just call him Jiggy.
Yeah.
Don't call him Jacob, call him Jiggy. If you want somebody to feel comfortable, he's a good server. If you want them to feel comfortable, call them by the name that you want them to feel comfortable with.
So even on the damn application, they ask you, what would you like to be referred to?
That's true. And so, even a further backstory than that, it was, my mum was like, yeah, we're going to call him, Jacob's his name, but like, I don't really want to call him that. I want to have a special name for him. And as a baby, I was always dancing. And so my mum was like, we're just calling him Jiggy Mate. This guy just gets down. James Brown is what she always would say.
Getting jiggy with it, nah, 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 nah.
And that was because that song, I think, came out in 96 and I was born in 95. So
that makes sense.
So she was like, hey, it's Jiggy Mate. Yeah, it's just going to be Jiggy Mate as long as we go. And I usually hear Mate after it as well. It's not Jiggy, it's Jiggy Mate. But like, Jiggy. And so for me, the greatness of the nickname is that only people who are really, truly comfortable with you are comfortable saying it.
Yeah.
So you're going to have workers who are like, I'll introduce myself. My name is Jiggy. And someone's like, is there something else I can call you? And I'm like, right. Like, so you're basically telling me, like, we're not mates. I get it. But you don't feel comfortable saying that name, and that's okay. Like, I get it. It has a bit of a weird, like, connotation to it or whatever. Tell you right away. Jiggy. Yeah. Or, mate, yeah, Jiggy. Well, once you get into it, that's how you know. Like, these are the people that, like, really,
Of course. Yeah.
I literally have him saved in my phone as Jiggy Mate.
Jiggy Mate, yeah. Which is ironic because that's my Snapchat as well.
So, another interesting thing about Jiggy that, we haven't spoken about yet. So, one day we were at work and I asked him, like, well, what did you do before here? And he said he was a teacher. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he said he taught English in an African country. And I was like, wait a minute, dude, you're a teacher. Why the fuck are you a server? And I was like, shit, if I was a teacher, he was like, yeah, but it's different. And I thought this was very, very interesting. So he taught English to people who were going to go to England or something like that. So the vernacular, they learned that vernacular. That's just like you going out there and you're teaching English to somebody who's going to come over here. Of course, yeah. So they know the slang and the vernacular that we use. And I was like, yo, that's pretty fucking bad. Outside of the dude being a fucking pilot and Jiggy on top. By the way, my cousin went to school for aviation. He just graduated.
Good on him.
So when he comes out here, I would be honored and it would be a pleasure if you could just, sit down and talk to him for a little bit, because so that way he can he needs to get a little bit more flight time. But
if I got the honor of being a recurring cast, I would absolutely be absolutely honored. If I got some time with Colin, got some time with you, bro.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Right. Fucking right, we got to make that happen. Are you you a sports guy?
I'm a big sports guy, yeah, and actually, so my parents.
God.
We don't have to do this now, do we? I'm a huge sports guy, and my parents are American because I was born in America, right? Yeah. So I know everything there is, as one can, about sports. Tony and I bonded a lot over the fact we are huge Boston Celtics fan. Send us a commercial.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
Shout out Steph Curry, you won that series.
Fuck you, Steph. I'm sorry. You're phenomenal, bro. I'm sorry. It is. Whatever.
Draymond Green didn't deserve a ring, but
Draymond Green doesn't deserve to put a jersey on.
If we want to get into this argument, by all means. Now, who do you barrack for? Who do you root for?
So I'm a Houston boy through. So all my
you stick to Houston teams.
Stick to Houston teams, man.
Good on you, mate. That's a.
Oh shit. Sorry. I stick
to Houston teams.
I stick to Houston teams, man.
Good on you, mate. Because that's
that is a tough thing to do.
Besides the Astros, it's a tough thing to do.
Yes,
isn't it?
It really is, man.
That's all y'all have.
Look. I've been going to therapy for a few years, man. And,
you're going to need a few more years of therapy.
But nah, man. All of my teams are in Houston. Me and Tony, actually, like I said, you bonded over Celtics. I tell Tony, I tell the audience all the time, me and Tony bonded over the Celtics because even though I am a Houston Rockets fan, I've always had a soft spot for it. I've always had a soft spot for the Celtics because that was, my pops was, I'm not going to say a Celtics fan, but growing up, he always he would teach me the history of basketball and everything. He would always bring up the Celtics. Larry Bird is a bad motherfucker. So,
Bill Russell's a bad motherfucker as well.
Absolutely.
He's the greatest Celtic ever.
He's the baddest motherfucker, isn't he?
You know, you can't.
That
even-
nigga was
can't
coaching,
argue
playing,
that.
and broadcasting at the same
At
time.
the same fucking time.
He was like, "Look at Bill Russell go. Let me get my ass on the court. Slam dunk."
Right. But when he found that out, he was like, "Oh man, fucking right. I'm a Celtics fan." I was just like, "You're not a Sixers fan?" He was like, "Fuck the Sixers."
That's how it was back then, wasn't it?
Fucking hate the Sixers. I'm from right across the bridge from Philadelphia.
Oh, is that right?
I'm from right across the bridge from Philadelphia.
Leaving Philly.
And a South Jersey thing, like South Jersey and people from South Jersey and North Jersey, Jiggy, this probably be new word to you. So we're very, very different. South Jersey, we like mostly Philly sports, but like
Oh, okay.
my mom and her sisters, they were all born in Philly, like so they're all from Philly.
Right.
And my grandmother, she's from Philly. So like, but I just never liked the Sixers. Like when I really got into basketball, Paul Pierce was my favorite player.
He's a bad motherfucker.
And then
you didn't even rock with AI?
No, I didn't like Philly. I didn't like Sixer basketball. I didn't like the way that they
You like
played
Kobe.
basketball.
You like Kobe more than
That's my
AI,
that's my
man.
family. So
Literally, yeah.
he's literally my cousin. So
Yeah.
and it was a thing
Is
like
that
when
right? Well, what am I missing here?
Oh, yeah.
yes,
No.
no, I don't. Yeah. So Kobe Bryant is actually rest in peace. He's my cousin.
Rest in peace.
So his great grandmother and my great grandmother are sisters. Well, were sisters. They both passed away.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So
Got
yeah,
red
that's
lineage, bro.
that's my family. Like it's like, and I've known this shit since he got into the league, and it was just kind of one of those things where like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna be that guy that runs around and says that Kobe is my cousin. That's so corny. Like I actually on my grandfather is cousins to Jesse Jackson. Don't want to run around to that. Stop fucking them hoes, Jesse.
Yeah, no.
And
Stop
then
fucking them hoes, Jesse.
and then on my
Martin Lawrence show.
and then on my mom's side, Frederick Douglass is.
Tried his best not to laugh.
Stop fucking them hoes, Jesse. That's what he does. Jesse, you know he was out there fucking them hoes. Shit.
He's giving his best shot not to
What the fuck we gotta lie about it? Martin was fucking them hoes too.
I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin.
Wait a minute.
Jiggy, you are invited to the cookout. You're invited to the cookout. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin.
I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
Wait.
Yo, I so
You
wish.
guys heard it here first. Jiggy's invited to the barbecue.
Yes.
Bruh. You
Yes.
invited to the barbecue.
Oh fuck. Oh, I can't believe he just did it. Sorry, lady, Martin.
Out of all the black culture references to pull from, you just
He chose the best one. The best show, and other than Got the Draws,
right.
he probably chose one of the best episodes. Sorry, lady, Martin.
That was great. That
I
was
just want to go to Arizona.
As you can see, I'm sweating a bit because I didn't know if I was going to nail that
Bro,
reference.
you did. You did.
perfect.
As soon as you said it, we were like, oh, shit.
Perfect timing, perfect delivery.
I think I earned myself another drink, didn't I?
Absolutely, dude. Go for it, man.
Holy fuck.
Yo, man.
That was funny.
fucking right, man.
That was funny.
I want to be recurring.
Hold on, I'm going to come over there and grab me a shot, too. That was some good shit
Yo,
right
man,
there,
for
Frederick.
real. I was talking to Ray earlier when I was getting my haircut, and I told him, you know what I'm saying, we was bringing Jiggy on, and he was like, he said he's from England. I was like, yeah. He was like, bro, that's gonna be like perfect, like different culture and outlook and everything like that.
Sure.
And like, I'm having a great time.
Oh, my God. Sorry, I lied to you, Martin. Now I got to go home and watch this fucking episode.
That episode.
So what I was gonna ask you about sports was, are you a soccer guy?
Football.
Being in the UK, I'm sorry, football. Pardon me. Being
Because
in the UK,
that makes
that's huge
sense.
over there, right?
Yeah, I'm a huge football guy, and Liverpool was my team. I bet.
Liverpool's your team?
Yeah.
Man, you.
There you go.
We've had this issue before. This is where we beef.
We've gotten over it. Liverpool, we made it to the Champions League final this year, and we were favored to beat Real Madrid in the final, so I actually chose to work because I thought I'd be in such a good mood that I'd get like my tips to go up and everything. And quite contrarily, we lost 1-0, and I was just spewing.
Fucking pissed.
The
right?
whole game, just like, can I have a refill? Like, yeah.
Fuck your refill.
Yeah, basically, you know, I was like, poor girl hasn't had a refill in like an hour and a half. I was like, it was perfectly.
Fuck that drink.
It was perfectly within jurisdiction to ask for a refill.
All she can see is you looking at the screen like, oh my fucking God.
That's exactly how it was too. Yeah, it's just to show the camera. Yeah, that's exactly how it was. And I remember like my girlfriend's watching me. I'm dating the bartender. I could say that 1,000 times.
Fuck!
Tony's a bit upset. Yeah,
that's gonna be the
she's
reaction
the hottest
every
thing
time.
that's ever walked in there. Hottest thing to ever walk out. And hottest thing that ever walked into my
I
life. But
hate to
she
see you go, but I love
loved
to
to watch
see you
you leave.
leave.
So
Hell
so she was actually bartending that day and just had, you know, I caught her a couple of times looking over at me, holding my head and just, you know, I'm shaking. And it's like, can you believe it? Liverpool have been stunned by Real Madrid. And someone's tapping me on the shoulder like, can we have a check? I'm like, the who's your server? I'm like, you. Yeah.
My man forgot his whole
Yeah,
section.
Oh shit, I forgot I was at work. My bad. Oh man. So what are some other cultural differences that you see between here and in England? Just some that just shocked you when you came back to the States.
Oh,
You were just like,
shocked
what the
me.
fuck is this shit?
Okay, well,
But he don't really remember the States like that, right?
I mean, no, definitely
not
not
saying
remember.
that-
But just when I came here and like what was different,
Yeah.
you can't say cunt. That was, I mean, that's number one.
Right?
We had a whole conversation about this shit, and I was like, okay, here's a word. Here are words that you can't
He
use.
fucking hates that word.
I
Out of
despise
all-
that
He
word.
said
All
that.
this
He
shit-
said that.
I
All this shit
despise
comes
that
out
word.
of his fucking mouth. He can't wrap his head around.
I hate that word. It's like a dagger to me, but it's just like I have so many more creative words for females than cunt.
Man,
But
I think it's a fly as fuck.
You know, what's so funny is that we feel the same way about the B word. I don't say it unless I'm singing my favorite song, which doesn't apply to everything. But when I'm singing my favorite song, I'll say the B.
Bitch?
Yeah, bitch. Yeah.
So
but
you feel the way about bitch?
I can't say it. I just can't do it. Yeah, I don't feel. I don't like that word. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But they use that word
I like
at that
both of them.
place like a fucking comma.
You heard it here
Because
first.
that's why it was such a bothersome. We actually talked about it on the show one day, and I was like, man, they got me using this word that I don't use. Like they use bitch like a comma in there because it's all female. Like bitch this, bitch that, bitch that.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I tried it one day, and I was so very uncomfortable. I was like, yeah, bitch. Nobody said anything.
I
Bet.
use fuck like a comma. Like that's my word.
And this, I mean, how controversial are we getting on this sort of show?
You can do what talk how you talk, bro.
You can filter it out if anything. But,
Yeah, just talk.
so, and Tony mentioned this to me, and as mild as I can put it, there was this one example where I said to the manager after, you know, you can get lemonade, but you can get strawberry lemonade as well. And I went to the manager and I said to her, she's white, and I said to her, black people love strawberry lemonade.
It was that and the catfish.
It was that and the catfish. And
It was that and the catfish.
Now, as a Brit, I will say ahead of time, as a Brit, we have a race problem in Britain, but we don't elect him president. Does that make any sense?
Wait a minute.
Wait,
Time
what?
out. You don't elect who president?
What?
The racist or the black person?
Trump.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, I'm glad.
Oh, okay.
So no, like, you know what I mean? Like we have but they're ostracized. We don't really have. So in Britain, it's okay to point out racial differences, but not anything bad. And so after like I didn't know. I'm fresh in this, you know, not fresh in the country, but like I'm fresh down here, and I was like, huh. I didn't notice, but like it's particularly this community that is ordering strawberry lemonade. Is that right? And the white manager was like, yep. But I wouldn't say that out loud. I was like, but why not? And so, and you know, she told me, and Tony told me as well. He was like, mate, I know your culture, I know where you're from. I just wouldn't verbalize it.
Tony had the conversation with you. Hey, big bro, come here.
Yeah,
come here. Let me holler
because
at you
he seemed like a real cool dude, and it was everybody kept coming to me to say stuff, especially if they thought it was racially infused, and I was just like, okay, but it's very different. Like,
having said, it's your country, not mine, so I have to adapt to you, not vice versa. You know what I mean?
Here's one thing, because my fun fact was that in 2024, she'll be the longest living monarch. But
Look at each.
here's the one thing.
Go get him.
In her monarchy, so
I feel like this.
it's really It really says because
I'm Team Meghan Markle.
United Kingdoms is part of the monarchy, but there are countries inside of the United Kingdoms. So to say that she rules over 16 different countries is really bullshit, because there are different countries in the UK. But she also rules over Jamaica. And they all have different prime ministers.
It's true.
So in her monarchy, the prime minister is the president. She gives them permission to rule under her name.
That's quite right.
So the Queen of England rules over Jamaica? Kinda, sorta?
Kinda, sorta is a good way.
Kind of, sorta is so the people of Jamaica elect a prime minister. So, and the prime minister reports to the Queen of England.
My mind is officially blown.
Yeah, man, it's very difficult. It's quite difficult.
Seriously?
Yes.
Canada's the same way.
Canada, yep.
Canada,
Australia,
New Zealand. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm taken back by this information. I never.
I mean, look at Jamaica's flag. Like, they actually model it sort of after.
Wow.
You know.
It's an X.
I knew it was under British rule at one point, but I didn't know it was still.
It stayed under British rule. Stayed under British rule.
That's actually
the only. England was the only country to hold most of their what is it called? Providences.
Provinces, yeah.
Province, yeah.
Yep.
Because France lost Haiti, DR. Well, no, I'm sorry. Spain had DR. France had Haiti. They lost all of those. Those are their own independent countries now.
Right, yeah.
It's fucking like it's.
That's why it's called a prime minister. It's not a president.
Yeah, like it's blowing my mind. It's stupid why it's blowing my mind, but it's. I go back to one of my favorite reads I've ever had is the autobiography or biography, I can't remember which one it was, of Ian Fleming, the guy who came up with the 007 character.
007,
right?
yeah, James Bond. That's quite
so
right.
he came up with this character in fucking Jamaica. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that right?
He had a home. He had a home in Jamaica where he would leave and he would come to Jamaica to vacation or just relax or whatever the case may be. He would do most of his writing in Jamaica. And this is where he came up with the James Bond character. And now it's fucking blowing my mind because, of course, back then it was officially like outwardly
the UK,
under
British
England,
control.
under British control. So now I'm just sitting up here talking. So now we're having this conversation in 2022. It's still kind of, sort of, still under British control.
Still kind of, sort of, yeah.
This is fucking amazing to me.
Under British control, and I don't know if you guys know the term Haile Selassie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selassie, he created
Modern
Rastafarian.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. He's what Africa Bambaataa is to rap.
No, he's way more important.
Way more important.
Way more
But,
important
I mean,
than that.
African
He is what
he promised
Marcus Garvey is to black socialism.
Okay, gotcha.
Fred Hampton. Yeah, like there's. Yeah, I mean, it was so. Once the Jamaicans came over, it was Haile Selassie that was promising them that eventually through Rastafarianism, they'll all return to the homeland. Is that? I mean, you've studied more.
So Selassie is he's actually Ethiopian.
Real quick, when you said Rasta, I thought you were talking about music. I didn't think you were talking
No. So there's Rasta.
That makes more sense.
So Bob Marley made Rasta music because he was a follower of Selassie. Selassie was from Ethiopia.
That's right.
And
one of the only
Rastas actually are Christians to a standpoint.
That's correct.
That's why you hear when you listen to interviews about Bob Marley, and somebody be like, "Oh, about all the wealth you've made," and he was like, "When you talk about wealth, what are you talking about? Are you talking about money and land and things? Because I don't consider that to be wealth. I consider wealth to be, everything that is spiritual about us." Yeah, I'll take one of those.
One of the most powerful speeches of all time, isn't it? Like, because he actually meant it, and a lot of people can say that, like, hey, it's not, a lot of people can say, yeah, wealth doesn't matter, but it's usually the wealthy people saying that or whatever. But it's Bob Marley who's saying, like, yeah, no, I don't. He wasn't actually very wealthy at that time, at that particular time.
No, because that's what the record industry does. That's what the music industry does to you.
Well, a lot
they
of
take
artists
everything
back
that
then
you
were
have.
broke anyway.
We're broke anyway. Yeah. Never
They
mind
take
that.
everything that you have.
I think Eric B and Rakim actually got screwed over by their management as well.
We just talked about one.
You go down that list about artists that got screwed out of contract.
We just talked about one earlier that was on the Versus. Sammy. Sammy had an amazing contract. He thought that he was going to be rich for fucking ever. He went on his first tour, came back home. He owed the record label money.
Yeah.
He had like $2,000 to his name.
That's crazy.
And then he wasn't an artist anymore.
Internationally known, and you just got $2,000 in the bank.
I regard Rakim as one of the greatest MCs of all time. So.
Oh, glad you said it.
Now we gotta ask.
Because it is now time for the Toasted Talk question. Top 5, dead or alive.
Rappers. Top
Nope.
5 rappers, dead or
We can't do that anymore. We can't do the rappers anymore.
Can I do both? Can I do rappers and?
You can do whatever the hell you want to do. You the guest.
Okay, no.
I could do both lists if we want to include.
Okay, if you want to do both lists, that's fine. But I want to phrase the question like this.
Okay.
Give me Jiggy's top 5.
That's great. Okay.
Your favorite, not the consensus pick. Your favorite top 5 artists.
Can we add a little bit into that?
What?
Let's hear it.
So, your top 5 that you listen to before you go to work to get you through your shift.
Oh, that is what we did, right? Yeah. Okay.
See, before my shift, that's a bit different.
Just to get you set up and ready for your shift. Your top 5.
You know it's crazy. So should I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
No order.
No order.
It doesn't matter.
Number 5, and this is gonna be really obscure. I don't know if you guys know Curtis Blow.
Yeah,
yes.
Bro, I'm from the East Coast. What do you mean? Do I know?
Because
who Curtis
these
Blow is?
are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up, break that. He has that song. They play
basketball is my favorite sport.
Ball.
Up and down.
Those cats love basket. Curtis Blow. I love Curtis Blow. I don't know why. I just think he's fantastic.
Curtis. My oldest son's middle name is Curtis.
Really? Yeah.
So the way you say it, like Curtis.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Curtis.
Shout out to Curtis Blow. I mean, I don't know the last time he had a shout.
Shout out to Brian Curtis.
And he's actually he's a pastor now. Curtis Blow.
Yeah, so was Mace.
Yeah, well, good on him.
You saw what happened with that.
Yeah,
Sick,
well, so is Al Green, by the way. Yeah.
Don't ever say anything bad about Al Green.
I'll never say anything bad about Al Green.
The greatest.
Don't say nothing bad about James Brown around him either.
Number
Oh
4.
my God! Please don't. Yes, please continue with your list.
Number 4, he doesn't get me hyped up as much, but I love him. I think he's got the greatest voice I've ever heard. Bill Withers.
Ooh!
It broke when he died, and it actually broke my heart. Bill Withers, I think, has got the sweetest voice of all time. Crisp, deep, and meaningful.
Jiggy.
Yeah, mate. Did I hurt you?
When I say that you're invited to the cookout, dude,
okay, it was good.
Yo, you can eat. You can actually invited to the cookout means that you could just be there. But now you can sit by the grill.
Can I have some brisket before it goes?
And you got all access. You got all access to the grill masters. You got all access to the grill masters cooler. Cause you just Bill Withers.
That's what a premium shit is. Jiggy looking like I have no idea
Keep
what this
on
means, but I'm
using me until you use me up.
Oh Lord, Tony didn't got up from behind.
But
the
it's actually
computer.
my
That's how
favorite.
you know he feeling
My favorite Bill
himself.
Withers song is actually "Grandma's Hands." That
Grandma's hands clap in church on Sunday morning.
Grandma's.
Oh boy, don't get me started.
Tony, sit down.
I do believe I struck a chord.
Clearly.
No, we're gonna do this.
No. You can.
Bill Withers, bro. Okay, one time.
Cheers, man.
All right.
Number 3 is not going to tickle you particularly as fancy, but Led Zeppelin. I love Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Good choice.
They're British. They have a soft. I love Led Zeppelin.
That's 3, right?
That's 3. That's number 3. The Who are right up there.
Woo,
But
good
number
choice.
1, what I grew up on and what I think, and especially in terms of his mainstream shit is not quite what I think, but it's the back albums that really get me. I think Eazy-E is quite possibly one of the greatest of all time. And
Really?
and it's not that like, we've all heard Straight Outta Compton. Good, yeah, it's great, but when he gets into his deep side and not even like cruising down the street, that's great.
Like you
It's
said, not
fantastic.
his A side. You talking about his B side.
His
shit.
B-sides. And when he talks about he's got the radio side, mate, it is just... I remember listening to... Wait for some people to leave. I've got another trick up my sleeve. Step with pep to the back of the house, walk in. All the lights is out. Grab the door and it's locked so. Easily man my way to the window. Lift it up slow, cause it takes time in. Looks around and then I climb in. And I'm like, as a kid I was like, this is the greatest shit I've heard in my entire life.
Nice.
Eazy-E is on another fucking level.
Nice.
So my number 1, Eazy-E. Number 1.
That's crazy.
Easy.
Never heard Eazy-E is the top one. Man.
Never.
Have you heard him in top 5 on your show?
No.
Honestly,
No,
no.
yeah,
Never.
top 5. Come on now, man.
I've never. In my life of asking this question, in E's life of asking the same question, we've never heard of him in top 20.
Has Dre or anyone from the group?
No.
As far as West Coast, the only names that
Tupac.
we've
Pac.
heard is Pac, really, and
I've heard E40,
I've heard E40.
but they were from Oakland, so
Yeah.
No joke.
Like, as far as West Coast rappers that I constantly hear as far as like top 5, or even top 10, top 20,
No.
you'll hear Pac, I've heard 40 a couple of times,
DJ Quick.
DJ Quick, I've heard even Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Just cause
After this-
I'm not saying
You
as far
can't deny.
as a
You can't.
lyrical
You can't
master.
deny Uncle Snoop.
I'm not saying a lyrical master, but as far as just like, hey, I think he's top this.
He's not a lyrical master, but
Yeah, of course.
if I may. But
But,
he's
you know what I'm
but
saying,
he's
like-
an old time. He's perhaps even a Mount Rushmore. If you're talking about
West Coast rappers.
West Coast rapper,
Yes.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
West
He's a Mount Rushmore for West Coast rappers.
Easy.
Easy.
I don't know how you can't put Easy there though.
So I'm gonna ask you again.
Please.
Is that Jiggy's top 5?
That's Jiggy's top 5. I'm not.
Okay, gotcha.
Now look, like it's the same thing that like I love Method Man. I know he's not the best. I know he's not.
Shout
the
out
best.
Scoop. Scoop.
Bro, Meth can
My-
spit.
My wife is in love with Method Man. I'm pretty sure if we went to a Method Man concert and he winked to the crowd, she'd be like, he was winking at me. I'm divorcing you.
There's-
I swear to God. And I have a cousin who was really close with most of the members of
He's
Wu-Tang.
He's not lying.
He
I'm
felt
not
that.
lying. Like, and I have a cousin that's really close with like Kiki's husband. She knows the
told me,
whole.
yeah.
She knows pretty much all of Wu-Tang.
Yo, shout out Key, man.
She
I would
knows
to
like
shout out
all
Key
of
every
Wu-Tang.
episode.
Mate, there's like 185
Yes.
million. Really?
There's 1,000 members. The 1,000 members of Wu-Tang.
Of Wu-Tang Clan.
makes me think of that Chappelle.
But she loves every.
the RZA, the Jizza, all the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yo, we was just talking about Wu-Tang a couple of weeks ago with Ray. And fucking, I was like, yo, anybody still got Wu Wear? Do you know what Wu Wear is?
Yes.
No.
Wu Wear is just, that was their clothing line.
Okay, yeah.
Wu-Tang's clothing line. And this
The
fucktard, this fucktard sent me a photo like 2 days later. He has
I was wearing the Wu Wear shirt.
Bro, Wu Wear has not been seen since 1992.
Okay,
And this
wait,
nigga still has a fucking shirt.
Oh, so hold on. So, E, you know what my favorite show is? I love watching Shark Tank. Shark
Great
Tank.
show.
Great show. So they on one season they're talking to Damon John. Shout out to Damon John,
Shout
the
out to
founder.
Fubu Effects.
Yeah, oh my god. Yo! You know what? I'm gonna pass you the spatula. That's how good you is. You can flip one.
That's heavy.
You can flip a burger, bro.
One more step he gonna have on the Grill Master 7s.
For us, by us. Shout out Fubu.
He can flip a burger right now. I don't know
You're
past
not
that.
giving him the Grill Master 7s yet, right?
I let him flip a burger and he can sit by the cooler, but we not there yet.
Yo, do me
But
a
he's
favor.
proving himself.
Whenever you leave here, because I know you don't know what the Grill Master 7s are.
No, not even close.
I want you to Google the Grill Master
Master
7s
7.
when you leave here. Just
I'm hoping
in the group text, I want you to send me a picture of what comes up.
Mine's is Adidas.
after this episode, can I show you some of my favorite Eazy-E songs, and you can show me some of yours?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We're gonna have this. This doesn't end right when it ends, does it?
No, so after we finish up here, we're actually probably going to do like a little after hours joint. We're not going to stream it live, but we're going to record it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, let's do it.
But so
Getting back to it.
So, fuck, where was I at? I can't believe he fucking said that. That shit shocked the fuck out of me.
Damon.
Oh, so Damon John, the creator of Fubu, his inspiration was Carl Jones. Carl Jones was the creator of Cross Colors. I met this man, and when I met him, it was like...
You met him?
Yes, I met him. I used to work for this for Zoomies.
Yeah, but I'm just like...
I used to work for
starstruck
Zoomies.
I'm starstruck that he, like, vicariously that he met him.
I used to
Was
work
he nice?
for... Bro, he was so here's what happened. I used to work for Zoomies, and Zoomies has this thing. It's called 100K.
Okay.
So if you sell $100,000 worth of stuff, you get the raffle ticket. Every time you sell more, you're either guaranteed to go. So I was guaranteed to go because I sold probably that year about $175,000 worth of merchandise.
Yeah.
So I was guaranteed to go. So we're at this. We go to this place in Colorado, Keystone, Colorado.
Keystone, yeah. It was flown there.
So we're in Colorado, and I'm chilling, and we're having it. There's this event, and I see this lady because soon as we brought Cross Colors into the store, we had only had Cross Colors for like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And I see her with this bomb ass Cross Colors jacket. So I go up to her and I'm like, "Excuse me, man, I'm sorry. Yo, I love your jacket. How can I get that in my store?" And I'm in Houston, Texas.
Which year was this, if I may?
This was 2017.
Oh,
Oh,
I was
so
going
not-
to say
not-
16.
So not too long ago.
16, 17, something like
How
that.
long is that? How long has Cross Color been around? It's
Cross Colors have been around since 89.
89, yeah. Because Will Smith used to rock that back in Fresh Prince.
I've worn a Cross Color shirt with Will Smith and Jeffrey on the front, like the Fresh Prince joint,
the green, yellow,
on this
red,
show.
Green, yellow, red, and black, right? Yeah, yeah.
So I've actually worn Cross Colors twice on this show. So she was like,
Iconic. Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, you really like Cross Colors?" I was like, "Man, I'm from the East Coast. I was born in '88. I grew up like with Cross Colors. I'm from the East Coast, this, that, and the third." She was like, "Oh, for real? Hold on, come over here." And I was like, "Okay." I thought she was trying to introduce me to somebody that can put me in touch with somebody that can get me the jacket or get the stores the jackets.
Which was in hot commodity. I mean, it still is in hot commodity.
She tapped this man on his shoulder. He turned around. It was Carl Jones, the creator of Cross Colors.
Why?
I literally went like this. As a Muslim, you know.
I would have. That's like Farrakhan. I mean, that's like.
I bow to you, sir. Like, you are the creator of black urban wear, dude. Like, you started this whole thing. And he was like, so like honored. And he was like, yo, I'm honored that you said that. And I was like, I'm honored by breathing the same air that you're breathing.
So he's humbled as well, but he's
so amazingly cool and chill. So the last night of that event, they have a big thing, so all of the owners of the vendors are there. So I met the owner of Huff. I met the owner of Obey. I met the owner of Thrasher. I met everybody. And
Thrasher.
Wearing a Thrasher shirt. But I met everybody, and he was like... Actually, I met the owner of Obey at a bar.
Oh, word.
That was the night before the last night.
Was he a nice cunt?
Yeah, he's really, really chill and really cool. Like most of those owners of skate brands and
what have you?
Alternative brands, that's what I like to call them. I like to call them alternative
Mine was
brands.
Diamond Supply. You can ask Tony. I was fucking in love with Diamond Supply, bro.
Yeah.
He wants this jacket so bad.
No, not that one. I want the varsity jacket.
Oh,
I don't have the varsity jacket.
Where's the part?
You have the varsity jacket.
No, I don't. I have the windbreaker.
Bro, I've only had 2 Diamond Supply jackets.
Did
This
you
is
have
the
that one
varsity.
with
This is the varsity jacket.
I
What
thought
are
it
you
had
talking
gray
about?
sleeves on it.
No, this is the varsity jacket.
Okay, cool. You gonna leave that here?
You gonna leave that here?
You thought that it was so cold in my car? You're welcome, fucktard.
Thanks.
I brought it to give you the jacket.
Gimme.
Can I empty the pockets out first?
I mean, you.
I might have some.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I met him, and at the last night, it was like a big party. And I'm standing there talking to a cookies rep about getting more of their supply in our store. And my GM is like, my general manager or store manager was like, Tony, you can't do that. I was like, watch me work.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony. He's like, yo, you can't make these decisions. I literally was like, yo, hold back. Watch this. And I was like, yo, we need more cookie supply in our store because our store, we're pushing to sell more cookies than we are selling Thrasher.
Yo, pause.
So, what can you do? So my store manager went and got our district manager, brought her over, and our district manager sealed that deal, like closed the deal, and was like, well, how the fuck did y'all make this shit fucking possible? I'm drunk. That's how
So
I
am
made
I.
it possible.
By the way. Can I just say I'm feeling nice right?
Welcome to Toasted Talk.
Hey, Toast Talk.
When you work at the establishment that we used to work at, yes, that's what happens.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, I met Carl Jones. I have a picture with him. I'll show you the picture after when we go off air.
Oh my god. Oh shit, Jiggy, you had a good time, bro?
That was fucking awesome, mate. I hope to come back.
We do have one more last question that we have to ask you.
Is this the last one?
Top 5 pet peeves in the industry.
In the industry,
It could be guests, managers, other employees. Doesn't matter. I've been waiting on this jacket for 5 fucking years.
number 5, where's your restroom? Fucking find it, cunt.
Seriously.
Fucking find it, cunt. Like, it's got a big bathroom logo over it. You can go fucking find it.
Can't miss it.
That's number 5. Number 4, when you put an order in, like, oh, and this is perhaps it's England, perhaps it's this restaurant in particular that is unnamed, but I forgot to tell you, not very spicy. Yeah, but you did forget, didn't you? Yeah, you did. So now, but can you change it real quick? Yeah, I could. But you'll never learn any fucking thing. So I'm gonna let it be as spicy as it fucking comes out. In fact,
you're my
go back there.
favorite person for saying that shit.
I'm gonna tell him to make it extra fucking spicy, so that next time you fucking remember it, cunt.
Number 3.
And when you burn your fucking tongue off, you remember. Oh, next time I'm gonna remember to tell him fucking no spicy. No, cunt. You don't fucking come to me afterward. Number 3.
This is gold.
I told you. Didn't I tell you? Have a Jiggy on the show. Jiggy Mate. Fucking Peaky Blinder.
Number 3, we agreed to sit here, but now we want to move inside because it's too hot. Yeah, but it's too late now, isn't it?
It's too hot. Yeah, bitch. It's too late.
It's too late, isn't it? Yeah. You're going to get a suntan like a motherfucker. And I'm not going to make any sort of joke other than that. But you're... Long story longer, you're gonna get fucking roached.
I should have got a bigger bottle of whiskey.
We can do a whole nother episode right now.
I promise you we could.
I promise you we could do another one right now. You're gonna fucking burn, and that's your fault, not mine. Sorry. Number 2, and this is less of a joke, but incompetence. God, I mean, how often can we just can't do it every day, can we? Like.
And why should we?
Talking about with the employees,
and why should, with the employees,
the customers,
and so
the
that
kitchen,
almost leads
everything.
to another one is incompetence with the management. I can do that as number 1, or I can do that as like 2.B, or 2-A, but whatever is like. We come in to do a job, right? It's the most unforgiving job, and trust me, I fly planes for not yet for a living, but I fly planes. Serving's 10 times harder. I'd rather fly a plane every single day of the week and twice on Sunday, and I do. But the hours are unforgiving. Mm-hmm. You go in there, you do what you're supposed to do, the shit you take from everyone, it's just... It's absolute bananas. You cannot expect a human being to sort of do those hours that Tony and I, and I'm sure you have done. Wait, you want us to work 75 hours a week, and then ask us next week to work more, and then be upset with us for wanting to we show up on time, but you're upset that we show up, we want to leave early. Mm-hmm. Get the fuck out of here, cunt. I haven't got time for you. Mm-hmm. You won't let us eat a meal on the clock. So before I get, we can talk about this afterward, but, and then number 1, I would say sending things back when you've already eaten it, but that's already been done in this show. So, perhaps,
don't hold back.
That feeling that you own the restaurant when you just...
we call those Karens here.
Karens?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that term, I just know, I don't know how to use it quite yet, but...
I can't wait till I meet a Karen.
You have yet to meet a Karen?
No.
And
they don't dare. As soon as I meet their energy, they back off.
And poor management as well. Like, because Tony and I have found we've reverted to Islam, and not to go too deep into that because we're almost over. But at the same time, I heard one of my favorite Tony quotes is I asked him when the manager he took off the autograph, handed him the receipts, and had him piss off with them, and cost him $180. Mm-hmm. I asked Tony when he's sitting there counting his money, I said, what would you have done to him? And he said, what do you mean? I said, before you reverted. And he said, to him? And I said, yeah. And he went, that is good thing there's a spit guard on this.
That is a Tony quote. That is a Tony quote. To him?
To him? I was like, yeah. He was like, a hyena would have been scared of that.
All right.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
I'm crazy.
Not too much.
I hope to see you on a sooner episode than never. if you guys would have me back at some point.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I'm totally down.
Colin, I'm coming for you. We're gonna have a British talk, a proper British talk as well.
Oh, what Colin can do is he can tell you that I made a beef Wellington.
Get fucked.
He did. I gotta give it to him.
He's
good.
Colin told me it was like his mom made it.
Colin, are you
I'm
bloody
good.
oath? Are you
I'm
serious?
good. When I say what we call
Do
it
you
out
not
here,
know
I slay in the kitchen.
Holiest of holy. I mean, it's like beans and toast, bangers and mash. It was as good as your mum made it.
Hey, look,
I slay in the kitchen.
if I go back to the Irish pub that we used to work at,
Yeah.
no, was it?
No,
Irish
we
or
English
British?
pub.
No.
We because it was an English
English-
pub, but it
English
was
pub,
actually
English pub.
English
my
concept, yeah.
Yeah, but if we go, I have not stepped foot back in that establishment since I left. But I honestly would, if I go back with Jiggy or if I go back with Colin, that'll be the only reason I step foot back in that place because I want to. Well, no, Colin already worked there. I want your opinion on this place.
Hey, I think this is the beginning of like a good mateship, actually.
Absolutely,
We'll fuck it. Hey,
you already fucking know. Look, man, let's end this episode so we can get to the bullshit.
Hey,
Hey guys, thank you all so much for checking out another episode of Toasted Talk, sponsored by the Boyd's Bar. I am Eric Boyd, as always, behind the camera, my man, Mr. Takeoff T. Tony O'Neal.
Yeah.
And today's featured guest, Mr. Jiggy Mate.
hey, thanks for having me, mate. Really appreciate it, and hope to see you in a sooner episode.
All right, guys, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Why you gotta sound like Coach? Why you gas me up on my propane? Charlie over here screaming out 2 chains. I ain't about Hussein. Niggas don't change, they just only mood ring. And if you feeling gooch, then you can kiss my ass. I like Future, I said that in the past. Love, said every meme on the gram. 6, oh now you switched up, acting Aubrey. Harley? Feeling off in a Queen Harley. Top King hacks and Steve had Harvey. Dreadheaded monster, I'm on my bottle. Early, I'm sorry, the song
I don't have the bottle.
in the morning. That's funny. I feel it a little. Why you magic school bus feeling Miss Frizzle? I'm about my
What
work.
the fuck?
You're about the glitter.
Oh.
Signature whistle. I'm sorry that I missed you.
Hey, how was that episode?
That was a good episode, bro.